Welcome to the Pub Sports Radio MLB Closing Time Show, Friday, October 8th. Ian Cameron, Conor Mac, Ski Prophet, Sharpie. We're all in the house back again for this Friday MLB card. Of course, we've already got one game on tap. The White Sox have just taken the lead over the Astros, fifth inning. It's making at least me happy. I think Ski as well, making all of us happy. A lot of us on the White Sox here this afternoon, hoping they bounce back, tie up this series. So far, so good, but long way to go. Lots of baseball left, and lots of baseball left today, guys. We got 3 more games in the Division Series on tap. Let's start with Atlanta and Milwaukee. This game is going to get underway in about 30 minutes time, 4:30 Eastern. We've got Charlie Oldman Morton for the Atlanta Braves and Corbin Burns for Milwaukee. The Brewers minus 155, home favorites, 7 the total in this game. I kind of hinted, in our first show that we did before the playoffs, which was Tuesday, we talked about series prices and futures. And we talked about Atlanta, that I thought they were very live in this series. And I took them series price at a plus price against Milwaukee. And I'm also on Atlanta here in game 1 at a plus price, first 5 and full game split. I like this, how this sets up. Charlie Morton, guys, is he going to be in awe of pitching in the playoffs? Not a chance. This guy's been there, done this before. He's done it at a high level. He's actually pitched well for the most part, I find, in the playoffs in the past. I think it's a good guy you want on the mound here. Veteran guy. He's pitched in big playoff games before for the Atlanta Braves. And I think he's definitely a guy that can go in there and pitch very well here for the Atlanta Braves today. And look, Corbin Burns, there's nothing bad to say about the way he's pitched this year. There's no question. He's had a nice year overall for this Milwaukee Brewers team. Nothing wrong with his numbers. And I don't want to completely shun them by any stretch of the imagination, but he's never been in a playoff spotlight like this before. How's he going to be ready for it? Ends up being the question. Obviously, he pitched very good in his for the most part this year. He's given up 3 runs or less in 6 straight starts, but I can counter that with Charlie Morton having given up 3 runs or less in 7 straight starts going into this game. And in fact, he comes into this start, Charlie Morton, on a 2-game shutout streak. He didn't give up a single earned run in his last 2 starts, spanning 9.2 innings. So he's a guy I trust on the mound here in a big playoff game like this. And I didn't like the way Milwaukee finished the season. They kind of sputtered and slumped their way to the end of the regular season. So I like Atlanta here. I think there's good value on the Braves, and I bet them first 5 full game split here in this one. Conor Mac, what do you think here? Game 1 NLDS, Atlanta, Milwaukee.
Yeah, a lot of good games as we talk about. These pitching matchups are unreal. I'm with you. I was a Burns backer. I still think he's unreal. But I don't want him at this price. I don't like how the Brewers played. You talked about at the end of the year. I like how Morton did pitch. I remember this start. I think we bet on this game because the Brewers won 2-1 August 1st. That game, Morton pitched. He went 6 innings. Yeah, against Milwaukee. He gave up 3 hits. He gave up a home run to Adames right away in the first inning and settled down. I like him here, but one thing, I can't go full game. The Brewers still have the better bullpen, so my bet's sticking to just the first 5 with the Atlanta Braves. I'm going to see if they can scratch a run or 2 across and give me this plus money here, because while I like the Brewers and Burns, I just think, it's just a big price here, and this here wouldn't be a place where I want to lay half a run first 5 with the Brewers. So it's this dog or pass first 5 here with the Braves.
And that's exactly, Connor, why I split it up too. You're right. I am fearful of that Milwaukee pen a little bit. It's very good bullpen, so that's why I said I'm going to go the split route here, first 5 and full game on Atlanta. And Maxwell Smart, I like your Wander Franco. I mean, props there. This guy was not shy of the moment last night in this first playoff game for the Tampa Bay Rays. And look, he's going to be a good big-time hitter in the major leagues, I think, for a long time. We're seeing that from Wander. So, to be betting him over bases, runs scored, singles, all that, I would talk you out of that. Ski, what do you like here, Atlanta, Milwaukee?
Yeah, you see me looking off to the side. I'm keeping up with the White Sox.
Yep. we all are at this point. Yeah.
So that's what I'm doing.
You'll know what
they're
doing based on Sharpie's reactions. Yeah.
Yeah. In this game, I kind of went back and forth. When I do think about Milwaukee's bullpen, like in general, I think they're better. I would ask you guys, didn't they have to win some of these games down the stretch? Like, they weren't just cruising, right? So
Atlanta had to finish the division, finish off the NL East, which they did, I believe, the second last week of the year against Philadelphia, or into the final week. That's when they wrapped it up. So Yeah, they've had to keep playing hard, keep playing to win because they hadn't clinched anything till like the last 5 days of the season. Yeah.
Well, I look at the last 2 weeks usually when I count baseball in general, and the bullpen for Milwaukee is 23rd. Or no, not 23rd. My bad. I may be looking at something wrong, but it's a bullpen advantage for Atlanta here over the last 2 weeks. I'll say that. And as far as hitting, Milwaukee, that's where they're 23rd. Weighted runs created plus versus righties over the last 2 weeks. Atlanta is 19th. So what I came to a conclusion was, I don't know. Like, I want to get involved with Atlanta, and I do trust both starting pitchers. I was thinking the edge is going to come in the bullpen, but you guys don't think so. I mean, you guys are talking like the Brewers bullpen has a big advantage in this game.
I think they have advantage. I think the Braves bullpen was better towards the end. Obviously, the injury to what's his name for punching the wall. What's his name? I'm forgetting.
Williams.
Yeah, Williams. Sorry, thank you, Sharpie. Is a big deal setup, but the Braves were better. I don't trust Smith. That guy, the closer, the lefty I was shocked he had like 35 saves. I don't think he's got good shit. I think he throws 93 down the middle, and he's got that big hook that can get hit. So that he just scares me. I mean, that's what scared me off. So that's why I was just rolling.
Yeah, the poor man's Will Smith. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. Well, I think what I'm going to come to a conclusion is, like I said, neither team is really hitting righties very well over the last 2 weeks, and I definitely trust Morton and Burns. So I'll go first 5. I hate 3.5, but it's playoff time, so I guess first 5 under 3.5 will be my bet.
I like it. I like the full game too at 7 even.
To back up what Ski is saying, I'm looking at it right now. I've got for ERA, this is strictly bullpen ERA, the last 5 games for Milwaukee at 7.83, the last 10, 6.87 ERA for the Milwaukee bullpen. So it does back up that bullpen has struggled down the stretch, but for a team that's way out of it, or not way out of it, but had nothing much to play for down the stretch, Milwaukee, you got to take that into consideration. But they weren't going pedal to the metal. But still, you're right. Those numbers aren't as good down the stretch for Milwaukee bullpen that has been largely regarded as one of the better bullpens in baseball for much of the season. So it is worth mentioning that. Sharpie, how do you see this one going here? Braves and Brewers.
Man, I'm glad I updated my pitching stats, Ski, because I'm with you on this, guys. I do the full year, 30 days and 15 when I break it down. Atlanta beats them everywhere, guys. They're the better bullpen, hands down, on paper. With Williams not being there, that's a big loss, guys. They were an 8-9 dream team right there, guys. Now Williams ain't there, guys, so haters now going to be asked to do more. I'm on the Atlanta Braves full game, plus 139, guys. That's value to me. The better bats, like Ski was already saying, average OPS, full month, 15 days. Look at it how you want. The Braves are a top 10 team, average OPS, guys. They're smashing the ball. I'm also on Corbin Burns K prop. They tried to be shady and give us a 7.5 at minus 170. I'm not playing that bullshit. If he hits it, he's going to damn hit it. Okay, guys? Over 13 or more at plus 1,100, guys. I bet it. I'm on it. I put my ticket already on Twitter.
I saw that.
Nuts on the table, guys. Like, if he's going to hit it, he's going to hit it. This is Corbin Burns. But I'm also betting the Braves to win. You can hit K props and still give up runs, guys. So I think there's value on Atlanta with this plus money here. Give me a Charlie Morton.
Yeah, I agree with you. That this notion that if we're betting on the K prop over for the guy, we can't bet on the other team. That's a false. That's a fallacy. You can do that. Trust me. Yeah, you're right. Just because you get strikeouts doesn't mean you're going to shut the other team down either. So definitely good to point that out. So we all kind of like Atlanta in some fashion. Ski likes the under though more early in the game,
except for Connor.
Yeah.
No, I would like
first 5. I would like to throw out.
No, I'm Braves. I'm Braves first 5. I didn't want the full game.
Yeah.
Their bullpen scared me all year. I think the Brewers have a little bit of advantage late in the innings. And I like the under too. I think I will have a bet full game under as well.
The last 7 games, Morton has been the better pitcher by 1.2 on ERA, guys. So he's in better form, at least in my eyes.
I agree. I agree with that. Now, it's not like Burns has been awful, but you're right, no. Just slightly better for Charlie Old Man.
Burns was so good early on.
I won't call him old man for the rest of the playoffs on this show if he wins tonight for me. and cashes our tickets here tonight. So I'll lay off the old man stuff if he pitches well tonight for the Atlanta Braves, because you're right. He doesn't deserve that if he gets it done for us tonight. Speaking of getting it done
for us. He only deserves it when he loses.
Yes, that's right.
I am going to add that. I'm gonna join you guys on the Braves because I believe in them too. So I'm going to rock with that plus price.
Yeah, it's not just that we believe in Atlanta. I think we like the price too. Like plus 140 just seems a little bit rich to be given this team right now. And we mentioned the bats being good. You know, they haven't missed Acuna as much as we thought. Soler's rocking it. Freeman is going to give you a good at bat, especially in the playoffs. Albies, Riley's been good. Duvall's been outstanding lately. I mean, they've got multiple bats that are getting it done right now at the plate for the Atlanta Braves. Speaking of getting it done for us, Connor, for me, for a lot of people last night, the Tampa Bay Rays got it done last night, taking game 1 against Boston. Game 2 tonight, ALDS, back at the Trop. Chris Sale for the Red Sox. Shane Baz for the Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay minus 140, home favorites, 7.5 the total. This could be low scoring again. I mean, obviously last night stayed under. I could see that again here. You know, I know Sale was, look, a little shaky, you know, last couple starts of the regular season. He but he didn't give them the length and the performance they wanted against Washington in that game over the weekend. And then, of course, 2 runs, only lasted 2.1 innings, 3 walks. Before that, Baltimore hit him around pretty good. 3 runs, 4 hits, 5.1 innings. But he is a guy that I think in these big moments, he can elevate his game. I think he's capable of doing that. Now, he's going to have to pitch better against Tampa than the last time. He did face them September 6th and gave up 5 runs, 10 hits, and 3.2 innings. It was not good for Chris Sale against the Rays. So, but this guy's that kind of competitor. I could see him rising to the occasion, even though he had a couple rough starts down the stretch. We'll have to wait and see how this one goes. On the flip side, I'm buying into Shane Baz, you know, and the kind of upside he has long-term for the Tampa Bay Rays. You know, he's made 3 starts since he's joined the rotation, and Kevin Cash feels so good about this kid already that now he's starting game 2 here of the ALDS. I mean, they're throwing him in there right now. He's given up just 3 total runs over 13.1 innings, which is pretty impressive that he's only given up 3 runs. And look who he's faced. He's faced, you know, the Yankees lineup. He's faced the Toronto Blue Jays. Like, he's faced 2 of those 3 starts he made were against some pretty good offenses, pretty good teams, pretty good lineups. We'll see if he can keep it up here. And look, Boston, not a sniff from them offensively last night. I don't want to lay it all on, you know, JD Martinez. They're going to have to hope he's back today. We'll have to wait and see, but they do miss him. There's no doubt. And they need some of these other bats to get going, you know, for this Red Sox team. Baz has a 1.69 ERA, by the way, here at Tropicana. Like with most Rays pitchers, he pitches very well here at home. So I like Tampa Bay again. I'm sorry. I hate to upset anybody that likes Boston, a fan of Boston, wanting to back Boston, but I just think Tampa Bay is the far superior entry in this series, and they'll get it done again tonight. And you don't have to lay a terrible price. I mean, I actually think minus 140 is value on the money line at home here with this Rays team, just like I thought it was value yesterday on Tampa Bay. I don't know if this will be a sweep. Maybe you give Boston a game back at Fenway. They have a chance maybe to win one, but I think they're going down 2-0 tonight. I like Tampa. I like the under as well. You could split it up first 5 full game. I do think it can stay a lower scoring game tonight. Conor Mac, what's your thoughts? Game 2 here, Boston, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, I think this could be under as well. I got fear one of these pitchers, though, could get hit around today. And we'll see with Baz, whatever. The kid's good. And I think, but he's so, what is this, his 3rd start? You know, I mean, this is, you know, he hasn't gone far, but I think he's got good stuff. I got to be with the Rays again. I think they match up well against Sale. I think everyone looks at this plus price with Sale on the mound. You want to take the Red Sox. But I just think the Rays are the better team here. What I'm going to do is I don't know if I'm going to bet the under, but at 140, I got the team total over 3.5 and minus 125. I see a lot of places it's 130 for the Rays. So I will be on there over 3.5. I think they get to Sale and they get 4 runs today. So I'm on the team total. And I will take another probably small, maybe like half a unit on the run line again. I think the Rays win here again today.
Yeah, the Rays run line cashed for Connor yesterday, going back to that. Another thing that's concerning about Sale, you're going to look at it, a lot of his starts, 1 run allowed, 2 runs allowed, 3 runs allowed. He had the bad 5-run game against Tampa. That's not the biggest issue. The biggest issue is, look, since he's come back, look at the stints. Look at the length he's given you. Not much. 5, 5, 5.1, 3.2, 5, 5, 5.1, 2.1.
Yeah, you won't go long.
You're going to get a chance of a lot of Boston bullpen today, and you can't put Whitlock. You can't put, some of these better relievers, Taylor, you can't put these better relievers in for 6, 7 innings. You're going to have to go to some mediocre relievers. You're going to have to see Brazier again tonight. And I don't trust that guy. And I don't trust a couple other people in this Boston bullpen. And if you have to see all those middle relievers trotted out there tonight for Boston, that's where it gets dicey for them, and that's where the game could get away from them. So it's nice to talk about how good Whitlock's been and some of these other relievers. Yeah, they're back-end guys. You don't see them till the 7th inning and beyond. Is Sale going to get you to the 7th inning? I highly doubt it, and that's the big issue here. Ski, what do you think here, Red Sox and Rays?
I'm a long-time disbeliever in Chris Sale. And when I say that, I just mean like his games usually, or for a long time, they were at least like just overpriced. So I would play the other side, and more times than not, or at least it worked out for me profit-wise. So I look at this game, and like Ian mentioned, like Chris Sale's not even going that far. And if you get to that Boston bullpen, I'm going to take Tampa Bay over them 10 times out of 10. And the starter for Tampa Bay, he's been pretty good lately. And I trust all the arms on the Rays side. So I think it's pretty simple. Just don't overthink it. Bet the Rays and get paid.
Bet the Rays at home, exactly. And I think they'll get it done again here tonight. What do you like here, Sharpie, with the Red Sox and Rays?
Man, shout out to the chat, guys. Smash the like if you haven't. You guys rock. The White Sox need to get out of this shit, guys. I need to win this first 5, realistically, because I don't have no full game splits. I need to get in and out. But I'm going to go and say some stuff about Shane Baz that you guys haven't. He was selected 12th overall, guys, out of a high school first-year players draft. This kid has been projected to be a stud his whole career. I don't think the big lights are going to phase this type of kid. He's pitched 46 innings in AAA this year with a 1.76 ERA. He's not just badass on the major league levels. He was badass in the minors too, guys. Like they said, the Rays just produce pitching, guys. And I think they were holding on to this kid for the playoffs. I really do. They let him come in the first 3 games, let him go up against Toronto, the Yankees, let him see some real teams. And, yeah, starting game 2 for the Tampa Bay Rays is a big damn deal, guys. And I'm going to take a -1.5 and a little bit on the -2.5. Chris Sale's got a 6 ERA in the playoffs, guys. Like, realistically, he hasn't been good. His last 7 games, he's got a 3.58. That ain't too bad. But like you guys said, Tampa smashes lefties. They have good numbers versus Sale. I would look towards his K prop. I ran the lineups. The numbers don't say run it, but I have a feeling Chris Sale is going to turn it up today. He was pitching about 92, 93 all year long because they told him to ease in. We don't want you overthrowing. When he got tagged, he got mad. He threw 97, 98. We might get that type of Chris Sale to start the damn game. So if he shows up like that, throwing 98 from the get-go, his K-prop's hitting easy, guys. So something to look towards while he's on the mound. Is he throwing 92 or 97?
Yeah, exactly. And if it's the upper echelon of that range, look out. It's going to be a lot of feeble swings probably from the Boston Red Sox, no question. I'm going to have some props on these games, but I'm going to save it for the Jack of the Day segment. That's when I'll say all of them. If I have total bases, everything, not just home run props. So I'll save it for then. Final game, and man, is it ever great to see the San Francisco Giants and the LA Dodgers in a playoff series head-to-head. It's long overdue. Is it true that it's the first time ever? Because I thought I read that somewhere.
Yeah, well, they couldn't play because then they expanded the wild card in '95, and they just haven't. Yeah,
wow,
first time.
It's the first. Wow, it's long overdue because it's a good rivalry. They're both had amazing seasons, both teams, and here we go again. Dodgers and Giants, NLDS Game 1 in the Bay Area, and we've got a beauty of a pitching matchup to get it going in Game 1. Walker Buehler for the Dodgers and Logan Webb for the San Francisco Giants tonight. The Dodgers -120, road favorites, 7.5, the total shaded to the under. I was stunned when this price opened -140 on the Dodgers because I know Walker Buehler and the Dodgers are what they are. They've been there, done that, won a World Series. This Giants team, an incredible regular season, but they don't have that playoff pedigree and that the Dodgers do. But that being said, I mean, the Dodgers being minus 140 on the road here in game one against this Giants team that's been amazing at home. Logan Webb's been lights out. He's been absolutely terrific. There was one game where he had a little control issue against San Diego. Outside of that, he's just been outstanding for the most part for the San Francisco Giants. His home ERA is at 1.96. The Giants have gone 12-0, perfect 12-0, undefeated in Logan Webb's home starts this year. And yet the Dodgers were laying as high as minus 140 in that game. And I get definitely the playoff experience that's on the side of the Dodgers for sure. And we don't know if the Giants' regular season success will translate into the postseason. But to me, that felt like way too much value on San Francisco. And it looks like the betting markets agreed, because now it's down to minus 115, minus 120. That's probably where it should be. I don't mind it being a slight road favorite, the Dodgers, or near even money. But I thought minus 140 was a stretch. The Dodgers laying that big of a price here against a guy that's been outstanding, hasn't lost at home, Logan Webb this year. Buehler, though, we know what we get from him in the playoffs for the most part, and that's, a guy that we can count on in these big spots and these clutch games. He's been a postseason performer for most of his career. I've got Buehler in terms of his big game his ERA in the postseason right now, 1.76 ERA, 11 earned runs, and 56 postseason innings for Walker Buehler. That's pretty damn impressive. I'm passing on the side. Minus 140. If I had gotten the Giants when they were like plus 120, maybe I'm interested in San Francisco a little bit. I'm still not loving betting the Dodgers here with the Giants, a home underdog with their home record, with Webb on the mound who hasn't lost at home. But I respect Buehler, and we have a track record of Buehler pitching well in the postseason. We have nothing for Webb, in these big games, in these playoff games. So that's the one thing that gives me pause to back San Francisco. So I just lean to the Giants. I do like the first 5 in the full game under. I know it's 3.5 on the first 5 under. I know it's 7.5 for the full game, low totals, but I think this is like 3-2, 4-2. I think this is a good, low scoring, well-pitched game. Both sides. Giants bullpen's been pretty good most of the year. Sharpie's been raving about the Dodgers bullpen, and rightfully so. They've been a lot better lately, no question about that. So I think it's a low-scoring ball game and a good game. Good, competitive, tight game, and it stays under first 5 in full game for me. Conor Mac, game 1, Giants, Dodgers.
Choo-choo.
You said everything there. I think this game's good. It's close. I will have no bet on the side. I mean, it's lined 115. Giants are small dogs. I'm on the under. I'm what you talked about. You already nailed it. I'm on the under 7.5. I don't mind the 3.5. I think I'm going to go for the full game, though, just in case they score.
It's 4-4.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tied it up, Astros. Yeah.
Anyways, I'm on the under. Kick it, ski.
There you go, under. Is that full game and first 5, both of them, or just full game?
I'm just going full game, I think.
Full game, yeah. I agree. This is a good – if you want to go full game, this could be one of those games you can trust with the bullpens, because the Giants have had a pretty good bullpen most of the year, and the Dodgers bullpen is really pitching well right now. So, yeah, unfortunately, it's 4-4. This White Sox bullpen, I don't know what's the matter with them, but they're not good. The thing with the White Sox is some of these middle relievers have been shaky lately. They couldn't bridge from Giolito to Kimbrel and those back end guys and Hendricks. They couldn't get to those guys right from Giolito, and so now there's a little sweat involved here. But the Astros pen now, you're going to see them too, and White Sox can do. This is going to be one of those games. This could be end up 8-7 for somebody when it's all said and done. But we'll keep our eye on that. White Sox, Astros. Connor liking the under with the Giants and the Dodgers. Ski, what do you like here? Game 1 NLDS, Dodgers and Giants.
Yeah, you mentioned a lot of good stuff already. I mean, I like the under. When you look at both starting pitchers, really in both bullpens, top 5 ERA over the last 2 weeks. So 7 number doesn't really scare me. I don't think you can really go wrong either first 5 or full game. But just looking at the side, I don't know. It feels like when I look at it, people say, why are the Dodgers minus 140, right? Everybody's just smashing the Giants. I don't know. I feel like they favored the right team that was going to win. And now you got all these tickets, all these bets on the Giants. just because of the price. I think the Dodgers have been hitting better. I probably would prefer to take the Dodgers in the first 5 just because the Giants bullpen I think has been better. But I like the Dodgers here, first 5 or full game, and I like the unders the same way, first 5 or full game.
Yeah, I mean, and this is why it's fascinating, this game. Webb has dominated the Dodgers, and they're 3-0, the Giants, with Webb on the mound against the Dodgers this year. And Buehler's last start against the Giants was rough. He really struggled the last time he faced the Giants, but his postseason track record is impeccable. And we don't have a postseason track record for Webb, but we know Buehler has elevated his performance in these type of games. So that's why it's an interesting dynamic here with this one overall. But definitely, it's a great game. It's a great series. We're looking forward to it. By the way, this guy that's on the mound for Chicago right now
sucks.
His name's Garrett Crochet. He'd probably be better at crochet than getting outs in a big-time playoff game right now at this point in time. He should be, go back to doing crochet like those old ladies at the retirement home. There you go. Go back to all right, a couple of donos there. It's $10 minimum usually, but we'll let it slide this time. Thank you very much, JP.
Playoff season.
$5. And who else? There's someone else.
JPZ, a D-Lo.
JPZ. D-Lo, there we go. Thank you for the donations. We appreciate that. Good stuff. Yeah, crochet. You should, again, maybe you're better at crochet than you are baseball, probably, after what I'm seeing here. I mean, this is just a mess.
Oh, my God.
So with this guy, put this guy in yesterday, too, and he kind of
I got to push.
You got out of it. Yep. There you go.
I'll take it.
That is big. Yep. That's big because, obviously we got White Sox full game, so we're hoping they win the full game. The overcast, I had over 8, so that's the one bit of good news there.
Hey, I was at Caesars just before the show, and there was a lot of White Sox fans in there. Yeah. Everybody wearing their White Sox gear in there.
Wow. Yeah.
I was with my friend. I was with my friend. My friend is from Houston, and it was just making him sick to his stomach.
No doubt. I can understand why that is for sure. All right, we will get to Jack of the Day props.
So I get to do this game?
Oh shit, man. Sharpie. Yeah, go ahead. Dodgers Giants.
I mean, jeez. I got a lot to say about my team. But shout out to Nilo, JPZ in the chat, guys. You guys rock. Smash the like if you haven't. Smash them like I smash BBWs because it's Friday, and I'm going to take down 2 at least. This game, last 7 games, bro, both of these pitchers have not been good. Webb's got a 3.98. Buehler's got a 4.42. I hear you, Ian, on how good Buehler's been in the playoffs. Buehler had a Cy Young in front of him and fell apart. So I can't trust Buehler right now. I don't know what Buehler I'm going to get. And the better bats to me, at least on paper, is the Giants. Like all year, last 30 days, last 15, the last 15, they're second average, second OPS. What I noticed in the Giants game is they were hitting the ball where it was pitched. They weren't trying to overdo anything. If it's pitched outside, they're going to hit it outside. And that's hard to freaking beat, guys. So I'm leaning the Giants. I haven't bet it, guys. The numbers tell me Giants. I get all the money that came in on the Giants. These are the top two bullpens in baseball. Full season, last 30 days. So I expect the first 5 to go over with how bad these 2 pitchers have been. And I think the full game's going to stay under. So if they get hit, I'm going to jump on a live and hit the under because I think both of these bullpens will hold theirs.
I will remember everything you said right now, Sharpie, if we're sitting there 4-3 in the 5th inning. I'll remember, I'll say Sharpie said.
I want Buehler to be dominant. Yep. I can't bet it.
Yeah.
Are you looking at, you said OPS?
Average OPS.
Okay.
Last 30 days, Giants are second average, second OPS versus righties.
There you go. All right.
Yeah, if you got the Giants with the right away, I think it's a steal. Now the game's that kind of a pick 'em. So
if it's a pick 'em, I want the Dodgers, but I got my heart on this game.
And like you were saying, Ski, I think the reason why, someone mentioned, they opened 140. The Dodgers won 106 games. The Giants had an unreal season, but they're defending champs, and they're always overpriced. I mean, that's just a fact. The Dodgers are, like the Yankees. So that's why they opened them 140, and they're the best team, defending champs. you know.
And they got
What's
some
so
momentum after
psychotic?
that walk-off run.
Yeah.
Both of these teams have played each other 18 times. They're 9-9.
Yeah.
They're 9-9, and there's one run differential between the two in all 18 games. They're the same freaking team, guys, so they should be a pick 'em.
And a lot of those games were run games, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3-2, 4-3,
yeah,
shit
tight
like
games,
that. Yeah.
and that's when it'll be more the same. That's why you don't lay the run line in this series. You'd be very, very hesitant to do that. -1.5.
Dodgers run line.
Yeah, it's definitely this is definitely going to be a tight, competitive, close series. And you know, I was a little bit, you know, I don't want to say I don't rip them for it, but I was a little surprised the Dodgers, as I mentioned the other day, partied as much after the wild card. The one guy I'm surprised partied that hard was Buehler. You're pitching in game 1 here in this series, guy. I mean, make sure you're ready to go. You know, he was one of the guys that partied as hard as anybody, Buehler, after that wild card win. You got to pitch in 2 days, man. Come on. Be careful there.
He's got a day off, and you could pound 12 beers and be up, run. You know, come on. He's all right. He's young.
Well, we'll see tonight. We'll know early if you drank a few beers a couple days ago. Very early in this game tonight, potentially. Yeah.
Quick thing on that game. There is 13 miles per hour wind blowing out. I know San Francisco, the wind doesn't mean much, but I'm in California. I woke up to the gnarliest storm. This rain, I looked at the forecast. At the end of this game, towards the end, rain is coming in. So these umpires may call it knowing that. So that can also be a tighter game.
Yeah, it's very and look, it's a weird start time, 9:30 Eastern, 6:30 Pacific. This game, it's the late game tonight. It's gonna be I can't wait for this series. This series is so freaking fascinating, and it's great to see the Dodgers-Giants rivalry renewed in the playoffs again for the first time in ages. So we're definitely looking forward to it for sure. We're also looking forward, before we get to best bets, Jack of the day, and wrap it up, the best bets, all of that stuff. A little college football tonight. We have 3 games on tap in the college football gridiron. Temple, Cincinnati. Cincinnati 30-point home favorites, 53 the total. Charlotte, Florida International. Charlotte 3.5-point road favorites, 60.5 the total. Stanford, Arizona State 13.5-point home favorites, 52.5 the total in this one. So here's what I will just be rapid fire here. I grabbed the points with Temple reluctantly because Cincinnati's so good, but I hate the spot for Cincy. Temple, you know, with Cincinnati off the big win against Notre Dame, and Temple's actually given Cincinnati a lot of fits, you know, in the past. And I like the way DeJuan Mathis is playing at quarterback for Temple, the Georgia transfer. I think they can just do enough to hang in there. I don't think this could be a night too. Cincinnati does take their foot off the gas a little, you know, if they get up by 4 touchdowns or so. And look, Temple, yards per play, positive margin on the year. They've played better than I expected. They're in the better spot here. So I did grab a little small bet, but Temple plus 30. Charlotte, FIU, I'm on the over. I think you see high-scoring game. I like Reynolds, the quarterback for Charlotte. Bortenschlager, decent for Florida International, but more than anything, Charlotte's defense is a little shaky, and Florida International has a terrible defense, absolutely brutal. So I think that game can go over the total. Charlotte, FIU, and Stanford, Arizona State. The thing that's scaring me a little is just it's been a one-way movement all week on Arizona State, 9 all the way up to 13.5. And I've said all week I like Stanford a little bit with the points. State's not been a good home favorite. Stanford's been a very good road underdog. I think Stanford's a better team with Tanner McKee at quarterback than they were before. I mean, Arizona State should run the football with success because Stanford hasn't had a good run defense, but this is a lot of points to lay with Arizona State. I'm going to take Stanford and go against all of this wave of money that's come in on Arizona State here. Conor Mac, your thoughts on the Friday college card?
Yeah, nothing on the first 2 games. I mean, I think Cincinnati, obviously, if they come to play in that defense, Temple won't do anything. I was just, do they want to, do they cover early, you know, and then kind of take the foot off late, or do they, you know, aren't waking a little hungover, and then you can bet them in game, you know, we'll see. I'm just going to stay off of the Temple, but I'm with you in the Stanford with the points. I mean, I watch these teams pretty close here, the Pac-12. I like Arizona State in certain spots. I like them against UCLA. I just think it's too many. I know Stanford had the upset of Oregon, but I think that 13.5 is just too many points with Stanford. Since McKee's come in, this team's been different. And I think it's, you know, and you talked about Arizona State's been really not good as a favorite at home laying this many points. Even with Herm Edwards, as they've been better. Arizona State might win, but I think Stanford can hang around in this game. So I'm going to take the 13.5 as well. and nothing on the total in this one. I think it could go under. I think it could just go over. What's that, 53 and a half around there? So I'm going to stay off the total. I thought about it, but just give me the 13 with Stanford. I'm with you here. I'm not I know everything, all the money's coming with, and the points have moved with Arizona State, but I'm taking Stanford tonight.
Yeah, exactly. We don't always see these big line moves or money movements pan out or cash for everybody when they happen. So keep that in mind.
And if Arizona State wins, I'd be shocked. I'm just saying, like, I mean, I think they've played really well of late, but man, to win by 2 touchdowns, I want to see it. So
yeah, it's not like you're playing the worst team in the Pac-12 or anything. You're playing Stanford. They're middle of the pack conference team, but still, I mean, you're asking to beat them by 2 touchdowns. They just beat Oregon last week. I mean, talk about that. I know they had some fluke things go their way, but still very, very disappointing to see that. Yeah, you know what? Ski knows his WNBA, and I don't follow it too much. What I do know is Kia Nurse is a Canadian, and she's a hell of a player. And I know she's been injured for that Phoenix Mercury team, and it's sad to see that at this time of year because they're in the playoffs now. WNBA Ski, that's disappointing for Kia. Very disappointing.
Definitely. And it's game 5. It's like game 7 for NBA playoffs. So all or nothing right here. And they're just, for Phoenix, they have too much injuries right now. Kia Nurse out, Sophie Cunningham likely out. Taurasi still dealing with the ankle injury, and the Aces are just too deep of a team. So in general, the longer the series go on, I tend to like the Aces for that reason. And Phoenix, I mean, they've been playing since the single elimination games. They've been playing a lot of games in a row. I just think it's finally caught up to them, and I like the Aces tonight, -5 or 5.
There you go. I love it. There we go. How about a little? I know it's an MLB show, but you can't not love that. A little college football, a little WNBA playoffs. Betting opinions right there. Great stuff. We aim to please right here on Pub Sports Radio and cover it all. That's for sure. We will get to best bets. And first of all, actually, we'll shout out everybody in the chat. We forgot to do that. Brian Watson, Tony Cobbs, Dan, so Maxwell Smart, Sabino, Evan L., Hector Poza, Banana Grapes, The Real DJX 214, Mike Smith, Michael Robertson, Abel Alvarez. Appreciate everybody in the chat here joining us. Jay Peasy for the dono. Thank you very much. A million times over for that. Bucket Hat Max. Everybody joining us. Nilo for the dono as well that he gave us. Brooklyn Tex. Michael Buelna. We go on down the list. Hoops 590. Thanks for Robert Cherry. G Martinez. Thanks to everybody joining us here. Jay Peasy. There we go. I think that's everybody. Yes, joining us here today on the show. We appreciate it very much. We will get to best bets. We'll get to Jack of the Day in just a second. But first, messages from Manscaped and Southtown 101. All right, Southtown 101. When you're in San Antonio, Texas, stop in. Great food, drinks, live music, DJs, and karaoke at Southtown 101. Manscaped promo code Pub Sports. You get 20% off your purchase. Lawnmower 4.0. Any Manscaped product on the website, get 20% off the purchase by using the promo code Pub Sports. And mybookie.ag promo code Pub Sports. You know, football season, plenty left. There's still 3 months solid of football left. There's NHL starting next week, NBA starting in 2 weeks. We've got college basketball next month. Like, it's all here. Now's the time. Sign up for an account, mybookie.ag. Get yourself in play. Bitcoin accepted currency for your deposit. Check it out, mybookie.ag, and use the promo code PubSports. All right, it's that time of the show. We're going to see who can go yard. Not always easy to go yard in the playoffs, but we'll see if we can find anyone tonight for Jack of the Day.
We'll see you later.
All right, here we go. Jack of the day. And just like last night, obviously Atlanta, Milwaukee is starting up right now. Really, the one I liked for Milwaukee was Swanson. Swanson Dinners, Dansby Swanson. He's got 2 home runs, 4 for 5 against Corbin Burns in the past. So you can still bet some books. You can bet home run props in games. So if you didn't bet it already, that game's just started. You can bet Dansby Swanson for Atlanta. For the games later today, Wander Franco, 4 for 6, a home run against Sale. You already saw what he did last night. Big hit early in the game against the Red Sox. I like what Maxwell Smart's talking about over total bases. I like the home run prop for Wander Franco as well. How do you not go with Nelson Cruz again? He had a homer last night. He's 12 for 35, 343 average, 2 home runs against Chris Sale in the past. Nelson Cruz, Wander Franco, definitely good home run prop looks for me tonight for the Tampa Bay Rays in this game. And I'm not going to do too much with the Giants-Dodgers. It's going to be a low-scoring, I think, pretty well-pitched game. So I'm just going to stick to Nelson Cruz, Wander Franco here for the Tampa Bay Rays tonight for Jack of the Day. Conor Mac, what do you got for Jack of the Day?
Yeah, I think Franco, you talked about. I think the look on him, because he's 4 for 6 with a homer, and it's plus 600, and the value's there. The only other guys is Rosarena, or you could look at Diaz. He's 6 for 12, no homer, but he's right around plus 550. And then no one in the Dodger-Giant game. The one guy I look at, I haven't bet it, I might throw a few bucks, is Justin Turner. The guy just hits home runs in the playoffs, and he's plus 500. So take Justin Turner at right around plus 500.
I think even though Randy Rosarena's got no homers and is 1 for 5 in his career against Sale, he's almost still worth a bet to hit a home run because all this guy does in the postseason. Last year, we already saw it last night, is hit home runs. Yeah. He just becomes a home run machine in October. It's crazy. In October, this guy turns into a hitting machine. Like, he's looking like one of those players, a Rosarena, where he can have a mundane, run-of-the-mill, average regular season, which is what he had this year for Tampa Bay, and then just turn it on and elevate in the playoffs. He did it last year. Yeah, look at last night. He had an incredible game. Stole home, hit a home run, did it all for them. He just elevates in the playoffs. The bigger the game, the better he plays. He's looking like that kind of player for Tampa Bay. Randy Rosarena. So for that reason, maybe sprinkle on him to hit a homer tonight as well. Randy, yeah. Sharpie, anything there prop-wise tonight that you like?
Yeah, shout out to the chat, guys. Smash the like if you haven't. Shout out to the Pub Sports Radio Discord, because I was capping the games and doing all my shit. I was like, give me guys what you guys bet today. So my boy Hector, he bet Luplo from the Rays. He thinks there's good value on Luplo. Maximilian, y'all know Maxwell Smart. He on a Rosarena, like you guys are saying. He's super hot, guys. Got to ride the hot hand. And Tone, he on Escobar for Milwaukee versus Morton. So that's that. And shout out to our Connor with the Turner. Turner, guys, he's top 5 in MLB history with runners in scoring position, next to names like Lou Gehrig, bro. That's shit you don't think about with this guy. This guy is Captain Clutch. So I love me some Turner. Yeah,
absolutely. We got a little early noise potentially for the Atlanta Braves. They've got 2 on and nobody out in the top of the first inning. Just early, couple walks for Corbin Burns.
Fuck my K-prop.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
I got more on that other shit, boy.
Now we have a stolen base now. Runner just stole third, so first and third, nobody out now for Atlanta. They are threatening in the top of the first inning against Milwaukee. And
hope you guys listened to the show and got some Atlanta monies.
Yeah, hopefully they don't strand anybody. I'm thinking pessimistically now. Hopefully not. But good first and third, nobody out. We'll see if Atlanta can bring some runners in here in this first inning. Ski, we'll go to you. I know props you may or may not have any, but if not, give us your best bet. What do you like most?
Oh, wow. No, I don't have any props. What do I like the most? I guess we have, 2 games left? Dodgers, Giants, and Rays, Red Sox. I'm going to go Rays. I'm going to just take the money line today. I know it's a little bit juiced, but give me a chance to fade Chris Sale. Like Sharpie mentioned, he's been terrible in the playoffs. And he's, like Ian mentioned, he's only been going about 5 innings. The bullpen after that, terrible. So give me the Rays, best bet.
All right, there you go. Tampa Bay Rays to get it done, -140. Best bet for a Ski Profit. Sharpie, we'll go to you next. What do you like for best bet?
When you guys were capping college football, I placed a bet, guys, and I hope my best bet doesn't cash. But the numbers say I got to fade Bueller, guys. San Francisco first 5-team total over 1.5. It was minus 120. I bet it. Bueller's got a 4.42 his last 7 games. And like I said earlier, the Giants are a top 2 team hitting. So I got to play the numbers. I'm a numbers guy. I hope I'm wrong for my heart, but is what it is.
There you go. And that's what we love. The fans, anybody that's a fan of a team on this channel, we call it like we see it, unbiased. Got to give an honest betting opinion, and that's about as honest as it gets from a diehard Dodger fan like Sharpie, like in San Francisco here tonight against Walker Buehler for best bet. Conor Mac.
We're gonna disown Sharpie after this.
What kind
Hey,
of Dodger
it's not even diehard, bro. I got Charger bolts tattooed with Dodger blue, bro. That's how diehard.
Yep.
Yeah, we just give the correction.
I didn't say
I
win.
saw some guy in the chat. Yeah, I saw some guy in the chat like, you just got all these Homer LA guys who won't give the true shit, which is bullshit. I've bet on the Dodgers probably 5 times all year long and bet against them. And I took in the Giants. So
usually when I bet against them, I call Connor and we agree and I hammer it. Hammer it. It's like if we're both.
True. Take big dogs against them a lot.
Yeah.
For anybody who thinks I'm a homer, you guys know I'm a Chargers fan. Take the Browns this weekend.
There you go.
Ooh.
I agree with
I
that.
like
I
the
hate to
under
say it,
in
but
that game. I like the under.
Yeah, Cleveland's defense has been really good.
What's going on with Baker Mayfield?
Baker Mayfield.
Torn labrum. Don't need him.
Play through it.
Don't need him.
Yeah.
Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, they have a bad run defense, Chargers. I agree with
They have
that.
a bad run defense on purpose, though. Bend don't break. They have one of the top 5 versus the deep ball, though. It's been working for them.
Double play and then strikeout for the Braves, so they got out of the inning. There you go. See,
nothing. Zero.
No runs
in the top of the first inning.
Oh my God.
Talk about a tightrope walk for Corbin Burns. 10 balls, 13 strikeouts, 2 walks, all over the place, and got out of it somehow.
How many Ks did he get?
Yeah. How many Ks?
I feel like
let me see. Let me see. Strikes. It doesn't have the freaking strikeouts here.
I'll look when I get off.
I feel like that's the story with the Braves. Like they always leave a lot of runners on base. Am I just talking out my ass, or is that true?
No, they've done that at times. There's some truth to that they've been guilty of doing that. Let me just see. He had Burns 1 strikeout in that inning. So there we go.
23 pitches, 1 strikeouts. He's not getting my 13.
Yeah, that's exactly. The pitch count went up already. So yeah, Austin Riley is a strikeout machine at times, and he's the guy that Burns struck out in that first inning. So there we go. All right, best bets are in for Ski, for Sharpie. Conor Mac, you're up next. What do you like for best bet?
Yeah, I'm on the Rays team total over 3.5. I think Sale, they get to him a few and they get to that bullpen, and it's a little less juice than taking the Rays full game. So give me the Rays team total over 3.5, right around minus 125, 130.
All right, Rays team total. All right, I like it over 3.5, and I like it because my best bet is the same as last night. Rays money line cashed last night. I think Rays money line cashes tonight. Minus 140, Tampa Bay. That'll be my best bet for this Friday MLB card, and that'll wrap up this edition of the MLB Closing Time Show. And now we can get back to watching these games. Thanks to everyone in the chat for joining us. We've got Sharpie on in the batter's box this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. He'll have the MLB breakdowns of the 2 games on Saturday and the 2 games on Sunday. And then we'll be back with you on Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. Hopefully the 4 of us again, because this has been fun doing the 4 of us here throughout the playoffs. So Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific. We'll all be back in full for another edition of the MLB Closing Time Show. Don't forget as well, Sharpie will have your MLB coverage. Connor, me, DJ Big Boss, Big Ragu for the college football Saturday morning kickoff show at 10 a.m. Eastern. Tomorrow we'll break down the whole Saturday college card. And then Jimmy the Bag hosting NFL Pub Hub, 11 a.m. Eastern, Sunday morning. Check
UFC too.
UFC as well. Yep.
We have DFS in an hour.
DFS in an hour. Yep. There's all kinds of stuff on the channel. Left and right. Sign up to the channel, get the notifications, ring the bell, hit that icon so you get notified anytime the channel goes live, because we've got programming 24/7 going here at Pub Sports Radio. Thanks to everybody for joining us. For Conor Mac, Ski Profit, Sharpie. This is Ian Cameron. Have a great Friday night. Enjoy the games and good luck, and we will see you again. Connor and I will see you tomorrow. Sharpie will see you tomorrow, and we'll all be back with you Monday, 4 p.m. Eastern for the MLB Closing Time Show right here on Pub Sports Radio.
We be pubbing!
We be pubbing!